The man cleaned the blade of the skate on his shoe, then he opened his mouth and noticed a cavity. He put the blade in his mouth, picked up the nearest stone, and without hesitation struck the blade with it. With a scream, the rotten tooth flew out of his mouth, but the man lost consciousness from the pain. When he came to, he realized he needed to solve the problem of food. Fortunately, he found several delivery packages on the shore. He immediately opened them in search of useful items. The first package contained a volleyball, and the second contained a woman's dress. He couldn't wear it, but the black mesh on the dress seemed useful to him, and he easily caught a large, fat fish. He greedily threw it into his mouth, but the fish smelled too strong, and he couldn't swallow it. Then the man decided to explore the surroundings. He climbed a distant hill to survey the area. Only then could he better understand his situation. He decided to walk to the hill through the shallow water, but soon his feet were cut by sharp edges. He sat down on the shore, cut a piece of fabric from his pants, put some grass inside, and bandaged the wound. When he reached the top of the hill, he realized that he was on a small, isolated island. He was overcome with despair. Suddenly, he saw a figure floating in the sea. He rushed into the water, but the man was already dead. The man held back his grief and pulled the body ashore. He found a flashlight in the deceased's pocket and took his wallet. Then he buried the body on the island. He tried to build a fire, but a piece of wood cut his hand. At that moment, his will was completely broken. He felt that all his efforts were meaningless and began to scream in rage. Then he noticed a red palm print on the polo sword. Gradually, he calmed down, drew a smiling face on the sword, and named it Wilson. With his friend by his side, he felt strong again. After much effort, thick smoke rose. He blew gently and the fire flared up. All his efforts had paid off. That night, he built a fire on the shore and celebrated the event. It gave him hope for survival. He did not yet know that he would live on the island for 4 whole years. During this time, he changed outwardly. Although he looked weak, he never stopped dreaming of escape. Soon he built a raft. He tied Wilson to it and carved a message about his 1,500 days on the rock. When he was done, he launched the raft. But the weather took a turn for the worse. A sudden storm hit him. The man hugged Wilson close and hid at the edge of the raft. When he woke up, he found that Wilson had disappeared. He got up and searched for him, but to no avail. He lay down on the raft and cried from grief. The loss of Wilson was like the loss of his will to live. He dropped his oar into the water and decided to give up. Without Wilson, he soon fell asleep. He did not know how much time had passed when he heard a huge cargo ship passing behind him. He didn't have to call for help. The crew had already noticed him.